there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video. The best indication of a woman's true desires is who she will cheat with. Who she will cheat with. That's very important because, yesterday I talked about, a woman to get a handsome man for show, but a sexy man to sleep with. And you know what? Unfortunately, a lot of guys still didn't get it. And they still talking about surface stuff. Like, oh, who she'll be with, she'll settle with. I didn't say who she settled with. I say who she'll fuck behind the guy she's with. I'm saying she'll get with one guy, who she sleep with privately, who she cheats with, who she'll sneak out for. That's a real indication of any woman's real desire. Now, real quick, because I know people ask me, but look, let me be clear about myself, because I don't say shit off the top of my head. Yeah, definitely got some street smarts. I'll match that with anybody. And I can read people very well. But I used to work as a professional investigator. And also, just in life, I've always been in a position where I was around a lot of women. Whether it was working in the government, retail, working in gyms, doing a lot of vending where I say 70% of the people buying stuff from me were women. I've talked to a lot of women. And then even now, a third of the consultations I do are with women. A third. A lot of women hit me up. And I say, since I was little, women would just tell me whatever. Indeed, I've told you, and I said I ain't proud of it, but I said I've been that side man for several women. After a while, you see what they say publicly ain't what they do privately. Did my couch video today was addressing that. And see, here's the thing with women. There's that social world, and then there's that private world. The social world, they follow like whatever the social scene says. Indeed, I talked about that one aspect of that on my Rom TV episode of the Shadow Reports. I talked about black bulls. These guys, that black men who be stroking some white man's wife with the white man's permission. Shit, that's just one level of it. See, understand something. What a woman will deal with publicly and what she deal with privately are two different things. They play that role. They will play that role. Hell, they even have a baby with them. Maybe. Paternity fraud, y'all. Paternity fraud. But the thing is, it's not a true indication. In fact, on my Patreon, I even did a video last week. I say, take who you see a woman with in public with a grain of salt. You might see them together, but see, you have no idea about the situation. Could be her true love. Could be her true love or something, who she really want to be with. Or it could be the one paying her bills. Indeed, I've met several women who, not even so much cheating on their men, but after a while, they would actually, like several women who had divorced their husbands and stuff, and you say, well, why'd you marry me in the beginning? Oh, well, I was supposed to. Got pressured by their parents. Survival. All right. So on the surface level, women are doing that. But on a private level, they're getting off with whoever. And it's not always who you think it will be. It's not obvious. It's not obvious. And indeed can even cut across classes. Because if you understand that sexual world, there's nothing orderly about it. And of course, it wouldn't make sense to a man, but a man doesn't have a vagina. You don't know what gets a woman off. It could be anything. So the dude might not be like, that handsome pretty boy or, tall model. It could be some dusty dude or something, or some roughneck or some thug, or hell, and even with the age thing, you never know. You never know. Shit. Indeed. And that starts when women, that starts when they little girls. There's many stories of girls being babysitters and they doing something with some boy they babysit. Shit. Because that's the thing, because you understand one thing about women, and a lot of guys don't get this, they're real open sexually. Yeah, they might have some ideal guy that they might desire, but that's not to say they won't stroke that guy who just happened to be there and just spit the right amount of game, or the guy who knows how to be discreet, or that guy who quiet but look like he'll tear that shit up. And the thing is, it don't got nothing, it don't have to do with the looks, because she don't have to impress nobody. She can give him doggy style if she don't like how he look. Yeah. If he fucking her right, her eyes be in the back of her head anyway. She don't need to know how he look. Yeah. Hell, the only thing the dude might have is 12 inches on him and shit. He might look like an ogre, but they got 12 inches. Women use that paper bag too. But my point is, it could be anything. Oh, it could be a drop dead handsome man too. It could be whatever. It depends on the woman. And what you see in the shadows and what you see in the real, the social world, the surface world, are two different things. But see, a lot of guys don't get that. They always talking about what they see. But I'm going to tell you what. If you really want to know about women, you need to be someplace where you're working with them. You need to be someplace where you're around a bunch of them and you just sitting back being quiet at the very least, and just watch. Just watch who they messing with. Just watch who they trying to holler at. And also pay attention to like little subtle signs or something. Because I'm going to tell you something with women. When they on that sneak, that low, the guy, like say you working on a retail job, bunch of women, there's a guy and the women, they'll sit there and talk trash about him. They'll sit there and talk trash. They'll say, oh, I wouldn't get with him. I wouldn't do anything with him. They'll say everything bad thing about him. But then there's some shit that'll happen and you find out, shit, she been sucking his dick the whole damn time. Because the thing was, for whatever reason, it could be for 1,000 reasons, different class, different religion. Yeah, we won't get into how a lot of women in the Christian church be getting down. You know, different race. Even though interracial couplings are more accepted now, there's still places where they're going to get a look. You know, they're going to get that funny look. That's still going to happen. And depending on the situation of the woman, shit. So that's the thing. And see, I'm going to tell you what. One of the biggest problems women have, and ironically, is why a lot of women, when my book Nice Guys and Players came out, in fact, anybody who read it know I started off the thing talking about the story of Larry and Krista. And Patrick. You know, Larry and Krista got that good surface relationship. He's good. He's a good guy. He's a good guy, good man and everything. You know, she want to marry him, but she don't give him no nanny. She don't give him no nanny. Right? No sex, because she's a good woman. She's waiting. And stuff. And he really understands that, even though he a good guy. He gonna be a good Christian guy. But as soon as Larry leave, now I'm gonna update it. See, back when I first wrote it, I said would beep him, but would beep Patrick. But updated, she sent that WYD text to Patrick. She might not even send that. Dude might just be waiting out there. And he coming tearing her shit up. And that's how they roll. Now, Larry and Patrick don't look shit alike. So I'm just like, And that's a normal thing. I started off with that because the thing with women, a lot of times the man they get with socially doesn't turn them on sexually. Even if it looked like they're a great couple, that's the beauty of it. And people be like, well, he's great, he's handsome, all of that. for whatever reason, they don't make her holler. Because understand something, I've talked about the imprint before. I talked about the imprint. You don't know what would get that particular woman off. You know? And that's the thing to understand. So the thing a guy got to understand, really, and that's why, my main thing is telling guys how to improve themselves sexually. I got some videos talking about that. And shoot, that's what I do on my Patreon anyway. I'll be talking about sexual dynamics because it come down to it. But one thing, like when I did that car video yesterday, I noticed a lot of guys asking some questions had nothing to do with what I'm talking about. They still on the surface. I'm saying, what the fuck happened in the bedroom? They ain't about no relationship. Sometimes women just want that good dick and then move on. In fact, she would prefer the guy didn't want a relationship. Indeed, some women, you get some women who will fuck with a married man because he's married, because they know he gotta go home. They know he gotta go home. So they good with that. They were like, well, shit, you got to go home then, motherfuckers. You got to go home to your wife because that's all they want is the D. And look, I'm going to be real with y'all. Be real with y'all. Men need to really understand the sex thing because really, in this sector, everybody talking about everything but sex. And I'm like, people get so caught up in that social thing. And I'm like, it come down to who the women want to fuck, even when they dealing with a man. Even when you're approaching a woman, they take one look and say he can get it or not get it. And I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck who you are. They always that. And if they look at you and they feel like they ain't feeling you or something, then they looking at you like, oh, okay. He can, let me see what I can use him for. And a lot of guys be approaching and dealing with women and shit be getting used like a champ. Thinking they want some game. Especially some guys with that wallet out. Damn, getting played. Yeah, trust me. Let's just say I might have known some real pimps. Pimps love that. They're getting paid. They loving that. So, but anyway though, yeah. Pay attention to who women, or try to get an idea who any particular woman will fuck on the low. That tells you more than anything else, all right? So anyway, that's all I got for now. I get back with y'all. Peace.